Okay.
I think switch.
Go. No, this one. No, give me that chair. Give me that chair.
You can both use comfy chairs.
There you go. Okay, kids. It's time to do the drugs.
Oh, my picture. You're not in the picture.
Yeah, you're not in the picture.
Well, that's because you're too close to me. Scoot. We need to use it.
Get closer to Ghost.
It's your
I'm
story.
getting closer to you, Ghost. I'm gonna tell Ghost the story. Back when I was a boy,
Do it.
I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy at all. My childhood was suffering. I lived in a basement below the stairs, and there were fish there. There were fish alive, just floating around. I wondered what the fish were doing. I said, "Hey, fish, what are you doing?" And they said, "We're here." I can't say that.
Come on.
When something pops in my head, I have to say it, and this is even inappropriate for YouTube. And I'm sorry, we're here, and people can hear us, and it's just wrong.
That hasn't changed how you've
There's a
been doing
little
it.
crack, and they said, "Hey, there's a little crack here, right? See, right below the stairs. We go slip through there. When your mother's asleep, I can't say it.
2 weeks.
It's different now than it is a camera. It is just so inappropriate.
Finish story time. Ghost can't live with himself without story time.
He can't go to sleep.
He can't live. He can't make it to 7th period without one of your stories.
Smile at the camera.
Okay? I'm dead.
Should I restart?
Yes.
Ghost, go let that kind lady in. Ring, ring.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Adios, amigos.
Hello.
Continue, please. Continue.
Okay,
Continue.
you know who this is?
Who? Good if we had some glue. Like industrial strength. Motherfucking glue. Just. We weren't talking about you.
When I was in the 4th grade, I had this girlfriend, beautiful girlfriend, but she was a dumbass. She was a real dumbass. She didn't think. One day I went to the park with her. It was the park, you know. We went in and you know those little horse things and they bounce around like that. And she said, "Let's get on one of those." And I'm like, "Yes." So we went on one of those. Once she hopped on, she fell off. I tried to get on, smacked myself in the nuts because it's made out of metal. I don't know what they're thinking. I collapsed on the ground. We're both just in pain on the ground. And she comes to me and says, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" And I said, "No, I smashed my testicles." And she says, "Yeah, don't you have two?" And I say, "I smashed both." She's like, "Don't we have spares?" She was a dumbass, you see. So, she dragged me to the hospital. I don't know how I got there. I don't remember anything, man. I just know nothing about I had a haircut too or something. I don't know what happened. But somehow I ended up at the hospital. My testicles were fine. Apparently it was all a dream. But I wonder why I was still in the hospital. She told me that I was drunk. Apparently I wasn't in 4th grade. It was yesterday. I woke up in the hospital. We just got to a party and we were drunk out of our minds. Apparently the girl, I don't even know. I don't know how I ended up having her as a dream in my 4th grade. But apparently the party was in Detroit. We were in Detroit. You see, is that America? Is Detroit America?
I believe so.
Detroit's in America. And we were Americans. And we were celebrating America. That's what we were celebrating. And then just to show that we love America, we had 3 turkeys, 500 hamburgers, hot dogs. We don't even know what makes hot dogs nowadays. And who is that?
Like
who
that.
are you? Who do you think you are? Anyways, we don't know what's in hot dogs, so we kind of just picked up the hot dogs and we said, you know what? We don't know what's in these, so should we be eating them? Should we be eating them? I don't think we should be eating something we don't know what it is.
Of course.
Of course, it's the right answer, but we were drunk, so we didn't do that. We ended up using it as sex objects. Yeah, sex objects. Not for our own pleasure. We gotta be cannonballs. We figured if we fired them far enough, they'd go all the way to where's that terrorist place? You know, the terrorist little boys who come up with the little bombs and go, hey, but it turns out.
Iraq?
Iraq. No, Iran. Iraq is okay. Iran is bad. Iraq has some hot, fine chicks, so I spare them. Iran is disgusting. So we get them in cans, we lure them to Iran, hoping that, that they don't have something to eat, but they have something to gain sexual pleasure, because poor little boys, they must be so bored. I don't know what leads me to think that, but we just knew because we were drunk. So it launches them into Iran, and apparently, I don't know how I know this, but I know that some kid was walking across, and all of a sudden, hot dog, and the plane shot off, went all the way across the world, came back to where he was, hit the hot dog even deeper, and suddenly his dick was replaced with a hot dog, and his anal cord was replaced with a penis. Now, back to my story. We got drunk out of our minds. I woke up in the hospital yesterday. This girl, I don't even know how I know her. I think I have a tattoo right here if you want to see.
No.
Okay. So, I got out of the hospital. They say, I'm fine, you just have the worst hangover in the world. And this was the worst hangover in the world. It was the worst one, Ghost. It was the worst one. I don't know what I'm going to do, Ghost. I don't know what I'm going to do. My head hurts. It still hurts. Like I know that, but yesterday was bad. It was so bad hangover, my head didn't hurt. In fact, the hangover reversed and gave me an opposite drunk. It made me gain sense of the world. Everything made sense. I just knew things. Once I walked out, I looked at a car because there was a big traffic jam. I looked at the cars, told them to move, and then it flew off. I had telekinetic powers. It was awesome. So I looked around the road. I was trying to find my car. I found my car. I picked it up, and I got this little fireball to shoot a fireball at it because how else are you going to destroy your opponents when in an entire mutant radiation where you're trying to take over the world with evil mutants? You have to have teamwork to throw hurting cards at your opponent. So I threw him in Wolverine and cut him in half, but I said, screw you, and it's such his body's made out of metal. I just flattened him and bent him off the ground, and I said, screw that then. I found Juggernaut. He's like, I'm the Juggernaut Prince. I'm like, yeah, and I screwed your mother. And I threw him in the air. He flew all the way back to that little kid in Iran. Crashed on the floor. He's somewhat unconscious, but the whole way talking about it, just like, oh my gosh! And he tries to pick him up, take him to the Iran hospital if it exists. I don't know, but again, it is somehow something I know, even though I wasn't there. He's dragging him over and he grabs him to the Iran hospital, which is about the size of my penis. Ain't too big. He brings him in there somehow and he says, Doctor, this thing just flew out of the sky, and the doctor's a chick, and she is a hot chick because she's from Iraq and not Iran. She sees the Juggernaut, and she's like, ooh, okay, I'll take care of this, And she grabs him and says, listen, the only way to help this is that, see, this thing has internal bleeding. The only way that he's gonna get fine is if he goes to 17,000 virgins, or whatever the hell they have. And no joke, they actually believe that if they kill themselves, they're gonna go to heaven, which is a place with a whole bunch of virgins. No joke. That's about the most ridiculous religion I've heard in my life. But, that's not Scientology. But, so he ties some bombs to her and he wakes up going, oh, he says, listen, you Juggernaut. He's like, that's my name. And he's like, yeah, whatever, go and blow yourself up. So back to my story. I finally find my car after, throwing in Wolverine and Juggernaut's like, damn bitch, fuck you, fuck your mother. And so I'm walking along, I'm trying to go back home. There are traffic jams everywhere. I don't know what's going on. Apparently, Obama put a tax on movement. Stimulus tax. You see, some people move more than others. So, although athletic people, the guys that move a lot, he says, no, you guys move too much. I'm going to give all your movement account to the fat people who never move. So all these little nerds that live and play World of Warcraft all day that never move and just sit at a computer with their mothers feeding them through a tube have all this movement added up. So I'm like, God, I got to do something about this. I go underground all the way, going through every single basement in the world of these little World of Warcraft idiots. Don't take offense, but World of Warcraft takes your life. It takes your soul. What am I going to do, Ghost? What am I going to do? I don't know where to go from here, Ghost. Anyways, I have my telekinetic powers and shut the down. I'm sorry, that was inappropriate. I should not have touched you. Come here. Come here, little boy. I got some candy for you. Listen. So I used my powers and sucked out the fat right through their stomach, and they said, hey, life feels good. I can actually move. I feel alive. Let's go outside. And they're all like, yay. They go on this big march. But then the worst thing happens. Black people show up.